दिल से वेलकम करता हूँ KDA और Apex की तरफ से। एंड गुड आफ्टरनून टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आप जानते हैं कि पूरी लद्दाख कल 15 फरवरी को जंतर मंतर पे अपने हुकूक और राइट्स के लिए प्रोटेस्ट की और उसमें अपने डिमांड्स रखे गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के सामने। हम उम्मीद रखते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया सिंसियरली और सीरियसली जो 4 डिमांड्स एपेक्स और KDA की तरफ से रखी गई है इनको सीरियसली ले लेंगे और बहुत जल्दी एपेक्स और KDA की कमेटी विद ऑनरेबल होम मिनिस्टर के साथ मीटिंग होगी और आगे इस पर कार्रवाई होगी। और आज इसी सिलसिले में ये प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस है जिसमें एपेक्स और KDA की तरफ से इंग्लिश में सोनम वांगचुक साहब, इसके बाद हिंदी उर्दू में सज्जाद हुसैन करगिली साहब आपको ब्रीफली इन सारे इश्यूज पे बात करेंगे और इसके बाद अगर टाइम बचा तो क्वेश्चन आंसर हम आपसे ले लेंगे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। मैं माइक सोनम वांगचुक साहब को दे देता हूँ ताकि आज के इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के बारे में वो आप सब उनको बता दें। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Namaskar, Jule, Salam. I welcome you all for this press conference and thank you all for taking interest in Ladakh and its issues. Personally, I have been an environmental educationist and engineer, and my concern has always been about the well-being of the fragile ecology of Ladakh, which is utmost important not only for Ladakh but for the subcontinent. 2 billion people depend on the waters from these glaciers and these mountains, and I have been very supportive of safeguards for these mountains, which are there in the Article 244, Schedule 6, and it has been assured to the people through various communications and meetings of various ministries like Home Ministry, Law Ministry and Tribal Ministry, and it has been on the top of the manifestos in different elections. So such safeguards are important for this whole region. And secondly, and very importantly, this region has become a UT, but people in Ladakh never expected it to be a UT without safeguards and without a legislature. Now, without a legislature, the UT becomes not a thriving democracy that India is supposed to be. So, therefore, Ladakh, which had always demanded, when we demanded, for a UT with legislature, and since in the 3 years that have passed, very little has happened in terms of development, in terms of employment, and people have felt that there is no participation of the people in how the budgets are spent or not spent. There is no consultation with the local people, and that's something that 6th schedule also guarantees, that any development measures are taken only with the consultation of the autonomous councils, which in this case, in the absence of any such safeguards, the autonomous hill councils are also becoming weaker and more diluted. So the people of Ladakh are compelled to demand for full statehood, which I think is not an inappropriate aspiration at all for this corner of the country to have the same fruits of democracy as any other part of India, to have assemblies where elected representatives make decisions about the destiny of Ladakh, rather than one person who may not be familiar with the terrain and the ecology, comes only for 3 to 5 years and leaves and the consequences of those decisions are then borne by people who have to live there and for generations. So therefore, the issue of statehood is utmost important for Ladakh. These are the two main demands that Apex body and Kargil Democratic Alliance have been putting forth. Other than that, there's employment issues like setting up of a public service commission within Ladakh itself to make it easier for the local youth, and to have parliamentary constituencies in both Leh and Kargil. These demands have been put forth for a long time now. There has been a long time of waiting for negotiations or discussions with the center. Recently there was an invitation which is welcome, but it was not done in consultation with the people who were leading this movement, and therefore since it was not the